Welcome to our West End Stadium, and thank you for joining us today to celebrate this exciting construction milestone, the Topping Out Ceremony. This marks the completion of steel erection when the final steel beam is signed and raised to the highest level here at West End Stadium. While I'm excited to be here, I have to say this is a little disappointing. Typically, when FC Cincinnati makes a major announcement or marks a milestone, we celebrate with big crowds, right? With all our partners, friends, and neighbors. When you think of FC Cincinnati, I think one thing you think of is large crowds at Nippert Stadium, right? Huge crowds watching our games. So unfortunately, due to the state of COVID here in Ohio, we had to pare down today's event. So I want to thank a few of the folks who are here, but also some who were unable to make it because of our limited scale. First, thank you to our design team at Populous for your world-class dynamic design. Jonathan Malley could not be here today in person, but he's very proud of this project, and we thank him and his team and our local architects at Elevar. We would not be here today without the brilliant work. Thank you so much. Also, we want to thank the great support we've had from our public sector partners, the City of Cincinnati, Mayor John Cranley, our City Council and the administration, Hamilton County, the Board of County Commissioners led by President Denise Driehaus, with strong initial support from the late Todd Portune and County Administrator Jeff Aludo. And of course, the state of Ohio, especially our legislative delegation from Hamilton County and the DeWine administration. Thank you to our legal team at Keating, Muthing, and Kleekamp, our team on the public side at Government Strategies Group, our owners' representatives from the Machete Group, and for their great work in keeping this ambitious project on track despite many hurdles. Of course, in order to build a stadium like this, you need great business partners, and we've had them, none greater than Mercy Health and First Financial Bank, who are here with us today. Thank you so much for partnering and believing in our vision. I also want to thank our community partners, the West End Community Council, the FCC Community Coalition, and our design committee. Their support and guidance have been instrumental, and we look forward to becoming your new neighbors next year. Thank you for believing in our vision. Thank you for being there from day one. I know that next year we're going to celebrate together when we cut the ribbon to open West End Stadium. Next year, you're going to see an iconic, instantly recognizable, world-class MLS stadium. People around the world are going to be talking about the magnificence of Cincinnati with this stadium. West End Stadium is going to proudly represent Cincinnati across the nation and on the world stage. West End Stadium will feature the first of its kind illuminated facade design. Very dynamic, nothing like it in the world. And wait until you see the interior. I promise our fans, you haven't seen anything like it. This will be an unrivaled match day experience for our fans. Since our founding, key tenets of our club have been to be visible and to give back in the community and to build a culture of equity and inclusion. And I'm proud that West End Stadium embodies these values. West End Stadium's dynamic design embodies a city literally on the rise, while the interior club design elements pay homage to Cincinnati's history, right? Our heritage here in the Queen City. West End Stadium construction is already making a strong economic impact. The $250 million privately funded project is a majority union build, implying more than 1,500 workers on site paying prevailing wage. And we certainly thank the workforce. I visited with you a few weeks ago. We marvel at your talents, your bravery, and to be able to make this design, something that looked pretty cool on paper, look at it today. Thank you so much. And as of the end of May, 78% of our construction projects valued at $160 million have been awarded to MBE, SBE, and WBE certified businesses. That's awesome. Great job. So today we're here to celebrate the progress. And again, I want to thank the men and women building our stadium. In just 18 months, that's not a long time, 18 months, you've taken this site from a high school football field to now it's a 110 feet tall structure with 10,000 tons of steel. The brilliance of your work, what a phenomenal project. And we're so grateful for what you do here every single day. And you've done it with some tremendous crises. Let's acknowledge that. We talked about it when I was here a few weeks ago. So thank you for showing up each and every day in an environment that always hasn't been easy, hasn't been simple, has been more complicated at times, and yet each and every day you all show up and put in a hard day's work to make this legacy our legacy together for what we've done for Cincinnati. This is going to be here 100 years, and you'll drive by and say, I built this stadium. I made it happen. Congratulations and great job. To the General Superintendent Brian Poppin, Project Manager Dave Bereswelt, phenomenal leadership. Brian and Dave have faced many challenges during this project, including this global pandemic. They have kept the project running. They've kept the job site safe. Let's keep it safe. Thank you, Brian and Dave. That's right, thank you. And as we build the stadium, we're proud of our FC Cincinnati Foundation for helping to build into the West End, bringing youth soccer to our future neighbors and supporting many neighborhood improvement initiatives, helping kids and the families in this neighborhood. We're very proud of our foundation. The stadium, the club, the community legacy, none of this would be possible without our dynamic ownership group, starting with our majority owner and CEO, my partner and friend, Carl H. Lindner III, and a brilliant ownership group that he's led. We have Scott Farmer here with us today, David Thompson here with us today. And so on behalf of all of our owners, we're so proud of what you've accomplished. We're proud to top off today, and we're certainly proud to see us finish so that we can cut that ribbon here in a few months. So please join me in welcoming, on behalf of our ownership group, Carl H. Lindner III.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you all for joining us for this momentous day. One more milestone in FC Cincinnati, each one equally as exciting. And you know, it's so remarkable to look at the progress that's been made since we broke ground in a dirt field in December of 2018. Many of you were here with us that day also. Now take a look at this stadium structure today as it grows to something bigger than ourselves. It's a very exciting sight to see. In fact, you know, it's gotten a little depressing seeing all the empty stadiums and, you know, no FCC games the last 4 months. Can get a little depressing. But the thing that's lifted my spirits the most personally is visiting the stadium here, you know, once every couple of weeks and getting a chance to see some of you guys putting these trusses and the roof in place and pouring the concrete and just doing such a great job. Amazing to me that this stadium is on time. And you all have lots to be thanked for keeping it that way. Our vision for FC Cincinnati is to create a legacy in this city and be a positive impact to our whole community. We want to raise the profile of Cincinnati nationally and around the world. The West End Stadium will shine a light on our city nationally and across the world. West End Stadium, as I've said before, will be an icon, a jewel in the Queen City's crown. This will be a great symbol and reminder of Cincinnati's Renaissance. I don't know about you, I can't wait to show it off to others in our nation and around the world. I want to thank each and every one of you, the construction team that's brought us here to this point today. Thank you, and thanks to the men and women who've used their God-given talents to turn 10,000 tons of steel into this 110-foot high stadium structure that we see today. We're grateful to our wonderful partners that Jeff noted, but I want to especially thank our public finance partner, the Port Authority. And I welcome Todd Castellini, Vice President of Public Finance, to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl. My boss, Laura Brunner, is out of town and unable to participate in this wonderful event, but I'm pleased to be here and represent Laura and the Port. It's very exciting to see this tremendous progress for this catalytic stadium development, which the Port is very proud to be a partner with using public finance tools. And during these uncertain times, it is very reassuring to see very significant private investment to carry on, and our community is very grateful for that. We're also very grateful for Cincinnati's strong commitment to economic inclusion, which Jeff just talked about. In addition to supporting the stadium, the Port is also a significant real estate redevelopment role in the West End partnership with Seven Hills Neighborhood Housing. Our responsibility is to ensure the West End community will benefit from the transformative project which this creates. My experience with development, now being at the Port for almost 5 years, I can tell you it does take a talented construction management team to complete such a world-class project. And the Turner Josten team is doing an excellent job of that. And with that, I'm pleased to announce and welcome Liza Smitherman from Josten Construction. Thank you.
Thank you, Todd. Good afternoon. Is it hot? It's hot. So Josten is proud to partner with Turner in building West End Stadium. It's amazing to see how much has happened and been accomplished in these 18 months. But I want to take this time to thank all of you, the men and women of the various small, medium, and large companies who have come together to make this region and what we represent a big day today. The work that has been done on this stadium by all of you is truly significant because it represents the intentionality of the owner group and our construction management team to build this inclusive structure. This stadium rests on a foundation of creating and providing a diversity of opportunities for all. I look out and I see individuals like you, like our guys over there working, like you. And I see skills and expertise like yours, and like yours, like yours. All of us are part of small businesses led by minority firms, part and support for large majority businesses, or work for woman-owned businesses. Because of FC Cincinnati and the Port's commitment to creating and providing a diversity of opportunities for all, as you have heard, we will meet and possibly exceed our inclusion goals. And it's all because of you. So what does this all mean for us as we move forward? We, all of us here, have set a high bar for continued inclusive economic growth for our communities, for our businesses, and for each and every one of us who live, work, and breathe in this region and where we call home. While we are living in particularly challenging times, this ceremony is a moment of celebration and a reminder of what a community can do when we all come together as one. So thank you all, every single one of you, for what you do here, what you've done on this project, and what you're doing here for our city. And with that, I'd like to introduce my partner and my friend, Mr. David Spaulding.
Thank you. I'll be quick because I know everyone wants to get this going, but To Albert and Liza and the Josten partners, I think we're good, but you make us better. And I thank you every day for that and for your friendship and for challenging all of us and making us better. To my Turner family, I always get to be the one to stand up here, but really, you're the reason we're here. I thank every one of you. I think I got the best job in the world because of everyone I get to work with and come to work with every day. To the men and women on this job site, we hear a lot about what this stadium is and what it is in the West End and what it is for Cincinnati, but to me, it is without a doubt a testament to your hard work, to your ethic, to what America needs, more people like you showing up and getting it done every single day. So this day today is, to me, about one thing, and that's you. So thank you all for who you are and what you do, and looking out for one another and doing it safely, doing it equitably, and doing it for this community and for one another. Thank you for letting us be a part of it. Thank you.
Always something. All right. So thank you to Turner, Josten, and the Port. We're proud to be your partner. As we conclude today's program, I want to acknowledge our FC Cincinnati staff who get to live and work to make this a reality every day. And to my family, Lindsay and all the Birdings in Westwood, this is a very proud moment for my family. So on behalf of our owners, our FC Cincinnati staff, our community partners, construction partners, and our families, we thank all of you as we come to celebrate the topping off ceremony today. We've signed the beam, and so the next part will be to lift the beam and put it right up here on the south roof, located atop the field suites, and the beam will be visible to the fans as they look up under the roof to see all of our signatures. So in soccer world, you know we don't wear ball caps necessarily, we wear scarves. And so today we have this tremendously cool scarf that shows a little bit of the stadium and is a memento for all of us of the topping off ceremony. So I said this has been a project where there's always been something, right? And so I was going to hold this up and pivot and say to the crane operator, all right, let's raise the beam. Except that we're not going to be here to watch the raising of the beam because apparently we have lightning within 3 miles and they can't raise the beam right now. So we're just going to have to dream, and we all dream big on this project, that just at some point here, they're going to raise the beam. All of our workforce, you'll see the beam raised, and maybe some of you will take some pictures and send them to us. But we won't celebrate that exact raising of the beam today. But we certainly are going to memorialize the event, and we thank you all for being here to help us celebrate this great achievement. Thank you all so very much.